Hi, y'all. Welcome back to another episode of Sip Tea with Senpais. I am your lovely mediator, Senpai Nyera.
Lovely senpai Kai.
Chill Senpai Elexus.
I'm the beautiful demon Yahida. What's good?
And today, y'all, we're going to be talking about technology and games and how we both love and hate it. And our first topic today is rude tech. We're going to just throw some stories out when technology has failed us or, when technology has decided to punch us in the face. So, ladies, who wants to go first with their tech story?
I'll go 1st.
Mm-hmm.
I had a time where I was still in college and we had a 20-page assignment, right? So I was typing away and all of a sudden the power went out. And I was just like, okay, cool. I guess I'll keep typing. And, when the power goes out, everything goes out. So your Wi Fi, all that stuff. And literally just before it went out, my teacher had sent out an email. So make sure you get your papers turned in by like 7 tonight. And I'm just like, it's 6:30 and the power's gone. So
What you want me to do?
yeah, so what we ended up doing, well, a lot of the students, we ended up telling the teacher, we were like, hey, there was no power last night and it didn't come back until like maybe 5 a.m. the next day. I think he let us pass. I can't remember anymore, but I was just like, really now? Right before I had to turn it in.
It when I got turned in.
Not on
By
that.
that point.
Mine's kind of a love-hate story. I had a Zune, if anyone remembers those. Uh, It was my MP3 player,
Yep.
and I loved it. It was my favorite thing ever. I got it for my 16th birthday. Um, so I had it for, I want to say, up until I went to college. So I want to say I had it up until I was around 20, 21. Then sadly, it stopped working, and I finally did the traitorous thing, and I got an iPod. I regret that decision. That iPod only lasted 2 years, and then eventually the pixels started dying out on the screen, and I didn't know what was happening. And they were like, "Oh yeah, it happens in all iPod products." So I was like, "Excuse me, this is how do I fix this?"
Right.
So I
You
would
spend more money on iPods than
exactly.
It's
It's,
Apple.
I'm a
It's
Apple's
always
broke
evil.
student.
Apple. It is.
I'm a broke
I hate
student.
people who are like ride or die iPhone fans because
Ride or
they
die Apple. I have a family
Oh.
member who's a ride or die Apple person. She's got MacBooks, iPhones, probably iPads and tablets. I'm like, look, it's not that serious.
no
Stop.
I of course went to school like a lot of people, and I would always have people be like, oh, you have like an Android, you're trash, like you're poor, all this other stuff, and I'm sitting there like, but yet you have to buy your ringtones. You have to pay to download
Right.
songs. I was like, you think I have to do it?
I can use my Android
Do it
cord
free.
for about 5 different things.
Yep.
Yep,
I love it.
can't
I
do that. And like iPhones, you remember Apple, the company, admitted that like they send updates that ruin the phone. So that way you have to go and buy new ones.
Yep.
And I can most definitely attest to this because I have had one iPhone, like Apple product in my entire life. And it was my phone
Same.
before the current one that I have. And I bought the 6S Plus thing because it was like I wanted a really big screen because I'm a child and I watch cartoons. And oh my God, I'll never forget it. My phone was like update needed. And I'm like, okay, cool. Let me update it. And it was like another iPhone had been released, but I was like 4 of them behind. And I was
Wow.
like, okay, well, fuck it, I don't care. And I pressed the update, and my phone now will never turn on.
oh.
It stopped working. Literally after the update, it has not done anything. I like you cannot see the screen, no nothing. I've taken it to multiple people. I've taken it to the Apple stores. They're just like, you just have to buy a new one.
You just
I'm like,
broke
yo,
my
y'all
phone.
really
Y'all
like
got
typing.
buying money? Like, wow.
They're evil. They are maniacal. Like I thought Mojo Jojo was bad. Like no, Apple. Yeah, they are villains.
Oh no,
real
but
villains.
for the iPod, I had to start sticking it in my fridge just so my pixels would come back.
See,
Sorry?
I would have just taken that death. I'm like,
So
this
you
is
know how
bad.
sometimes you stick your batteries in the if you're real hood, you stick your batteries in the
Yeah.
freezer to recharge them a little bit.
No.
I think I've tried that maybe once. I couldn't tell
That
if I
buys
had it.
rechargeable
I
batteries.
saw
Alexis
a difference though.
understands. But no, if you're real hood, you'll stick your batteries in the freezer so they'll keep recharge. But for the iPhone, I found out just Googling it, stick your stuff in the fridge overnight and the pixels will come back. And it does, but they don't tell you that they only come back for 3 days and then they start dying all over again. So I did that for a month and I was like, forget it. And then I got a phone where I could play music, and I was like, I hate this.
Yeah.
I hate
One why I stopped using MP3 players because everything started going into smartphones and touchscreen and everything else.
I
And
still miss my
if
Zoom.
we're being honest, my mom, no, I wanted an iPod mainly for music purposes. But when I finally got one, it eventually got stolen from me, even though my name was engraved in it. And I was at high school when it happened. I was like, okay, upset, but whatever. When I finally got that, I found out just to put music on it, I had to go through iTunes. I'm just like, yeah, no. Because that was a process, moving my stuff from Windows Media Player and stuff over there into iTunes without me having to rebuy all of this because I didn't buy it in the first place. I downloaded it.
Right.
That was a whole process. I'm just like, never again. I will never have another iPod ever. I just learned to find a memory card for my phone and it went on there with my regular Android phone. And I've been happy.
No, I hate I gotta be honest, I hate technology. And it's very, very, very obvious that they hate me too.
It's a love-hate thing.
You ever
Always.
press the screen twice or once and then it'll hit something twice and then it'll go to something you didn't want it to go to?
Yeah.
That's my phones. That is every phone, that is every product, that is when I'm at work, the printing machines, the fax machine, all the time. And the worst part is the button to start it is the same button to delete it. So when you press it and the screen registers the touch twice, it's start, delete.
No.
And it deletes the file. And I'm just like,
Tear.
the worst part is you have to manually type it in at my job. And you have to type in the name. And sometimes these company names are too long. And then you have to type in their stock number. And that's a long number.
Right.
And you have to type in all this stuff. And then when I'm finally trying to scan it in, the 2 times it'll touch it. It will ruin me and I'll have to start all over again. I hate it. I also feel like phones and stuff, maybe my FBI agent is an asshole. And because there's no way that sometimes I'm holding my phone and it just magically slips and hits me in the face. I can't
I just learned to not hold it above my head like that. I'm just like, okay. Just don't do that anymore.
This is why I put it on the side so that doesn't happen.
Hmm.
I try my best not to sleep with my phone because after I heard about that story about that girl who got 3rd-degree burns because she slept on her iPhone. No.
Not Android, iPhone.
I mean, Android did have that whole thing where let's just blow up in people's faces. But Apple has the same thing that was happening too. No one just talked about it because we're used to the crap that happens with Apple phones. Android's supposed to be, safer.
Well, it's still technology.
I feel like Apple's one of those things that people just pay for the brand. The
it is
because it's not as good as
look, they pay for it because they're the people who wants it for the camera.
Right.
They just want it for the camera. And I'm just like, yeah, no, it's not that serious. I like my freedom.
It'd be the ugliest people with them cameras too. I don't want to see you every day.
I've got another one about Apple. So this was for the podcast. So for signing in for Apple to get the podcast up for them, you have to follow all these certain criteria. You have to sign up for Apple, then you have to sign up for the iTunes store. You have to do your picture a certain size, and that's what got me the first time. Our picture was too small for Apple's platform. So I had to adjust it, and I did it 7 times
Oh
just so
god.
I can get it right. And it's annoying. And then finally they did it. And then they're like, oh, you have to have an iTunes Stores account in order for you to upload your podcast. Excuse me.
Hmm.
I Everything else was simply give us your RSS feed. Apple's like, no, you need to do every step plus
More.
more. You need to do every step, do a cartwheel backwards. I need you to jump off this bridge. Um, you're not using the right hair cream. I need you to switch that up. Apple is so tired.
Yeah, bro. They be like, sell 3 souls. I have 1.
3 souls, brother. Who do I look like? And it's like, give me your firstborn son. Don't have any kids. They're like, I need you to start a plague in Egypt. Like,
Right.
I hate you.
What are you, God?
You know, also, I hate my FBI agent, whichever one is stalking me on my little camera thing, because I'm telling you, I talked to you guys about this the other day. I'll sit here and I'll be like, okay, Google, and she won't move. And I'll do it like 8 times, and I'll check the settings. It's on. She should be hearing me during the little test setup. She hears me. And then I'll be like, hey, make a doctor's appointment for such and such amount of time. Like, nothing. I used to do the same thing with the iPhone. I was like, Siri, can you play such and such song? You think she listened to me? No, but I'll be sitting here talking about how somebody stuck their tongue in my butt, and it'll be like Googling tongue in your butt, texting tongue in your butt to grandma. Why would you do that? Siri, you bitch.
That FBI agent does not like you. My FBI agent listens to me too much. Bruh, I don't need to be seeing ads for the things I just talked about like 20 minutes ago. It's creepy.
Yeah, hyper ads are freaking crazy. Like, I'll never forget. I generally look up stuff for just cosplays and stuff. I looked up one wig, and then all of a sudden, everywhere I went, Facebook, Instagram, whatever, it's just, here's a whole bunch of wig ads. I'm like, damn, can I get through my day?
Look, I blame Facebook for all of it, if we're being honest. Because I found out in class they own everything, and I think they can sell your information generally to other companies, so they can do the same thing. And I'm like,
yeah, I hate it here. I hate it here, yo. Like, technology and me do not get along. Oh my god, we don't. It's terrible.
What's the name? I had to get used to touchscreen stuff, but I did not want it, and I went as far as I could to not have one, because I'm like, I know it's gonna press on something if I have it in my pocket. It's just gonna, like, I'll never forget one time I was at work and I just kept hearing hello, 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 and I thought it was like called my brother while I was at work. So I'd be like yelling at people, go over there, da 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 da, and then my brother called me after I got off. He was like, you had me on speed dial for like 15 minutes, right? I was like, no, because I keep my phone in my pocket. So I'm just like, when did you call him? I did not tell you to call him, and you turn it all the way off. But somehow it finds its way to turn itself on.
Yeah. See, that's why I live for my wallet cases.
Mm.
Because I know when I put it in my pocket, it's going to be screened towards my butt. And I'm not going to take that risk. So.
Well, that's the thing. I have
that, and I don't like touchscreen anyway because of that same problem.
I put mine away from me, away from my body, and it still turns on. But that's because the freaking power buttons are on the side, which is so stupid. Yeah. I'm like, why?
That's like I said, wallet case, it covers. It even like kind of sort of covers up the little power button on the side. So like you have a little gap in between. I'm just like, hopefully, if nothing is pushing too hard into it, you shouldn't push the buttons. Will it still happen? Maybe.
I still have the issue because I have big hands. Texting on a digital keypad is trash.
You have big meaty claws.
Yes, I do. It's better to slap a bitch with. But unfortunately, it's terrible to type with. I have so much misspellings and weird spaces, and I'm like, I'm trying to spell your. Why do you keep hitting E.
Yeah, that's
I
why
want to
I
know.
mine because I'm just like it's faster, and I don't have the only time I'll really
The
look is if
swipe.
I'm about to send it. But other than that, I'm just like do 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 do.
I like the swipe, and I want to know why Apple doesn't do the swipe.
I don't know.
Yes,
They
I-
need to.
Because like I very
Oh.
rarely use an iPhone in the first place because my sisters are mainly iPhone users.
Mm.
Because what they like taking pictures, so they were gonna do it regardless. As soon as they had the chance to do it, they were doing it. But my mom has one for work, so my mom has 2 phones, maybe 3 if she has technically 3 phones, but she uses 2.
Your mom's a drug dealer too? Jesus. Your mom's ready to eat for everything. God, I'm sorry.
Regular phone, business phone, then business phone. Business.
But
Yo,
yeah,
that's her
because
mom,
of
yo.
them, it's just like I don't know why they don't just use the swipe. Because on top of that, just to to fix stuff, you have to go back into the whole word and erase it. I believe just to fix one thing. And I'm like, yeah, I hate it.
Too
I'm gonna
much.
chuck it.
Then I hate autocorrect, which
Oh,
Yeah.
oh my
work is trash.
nobody ever says I'm ducking. Where the fuck would you get that from? I'm ducking mad? No! I've never
You know what's funny? My phone, it corrects the word suck also. And I'm just like, explain to me why this one doesn't pop up also. You'll give me everything else with UCK in it except the F word and suck. And I'm just like, what?
I got it.
Stupid.
I turned that
what are
thing
you
off
sucking?
on some Androids.
I'll
You
just
can
say
tell
stuff
it
suck.
to
This is
not
what I'm gonna say.
take out my cursing. I'm like, I need to curse. I'm an adult. I know what I'm doing. So
I can't.
Then you know the worst part is I have I don't know, sailor mouth vocabulary. So now when like I have to save all my curse words into my phone, and then now when I'm trying to sit here and type something normal, like, did you do that assignment? It's like dildo, you that assignment. And you're like,
Mine does that, but it likes to put, because sometimes I like to capitalize all my stuff. It'll be like, fuck. It was like, wait, I'm saying what I'm trying to say. Why are you autocorrecting to fuck in all caps?
right.
oh my gosh. I wanted to put so cute on like one of my friend's pictures because she just had another baby. And I'm like, okay, cool. Well, I'm sorry, old coworker. I don't want to call us friends. Whatever. We're Facebook friends though. And she just had another baby. And I was like, okay, that's great. Let me put so cute, right? Trying to be cute, supportive, whatever. I put like 3 O's and then the shit autocorrects to shut the fuck up. And I'm like,
Wow.
and I didn't catch it. I did not catch it. I didn't catch it. So it says, shut the fuck up, cute. And she was like, what? Oh, yo.
I was like, my phone autocorrected.
Wow. That is
And
a
the worst
weird
part is-
autocorrect too.
Yeah, yo, some of these autocorrects be killing me, man. Like,
Autocorrect is terrible.
killing
It
me.
is.
I cannot tell you how many times I've sent like inappropriate shit to my grandma because autocorrect's a fucking bitch. Like, oh my god. I'm happy she's lenient with me, okay? My grandma's like, I don't understand your text, sweetie. And she says it so nicely, but when you read it, it sounds fucking terrible, bro. I can't just be like, I don't like something. It's always fucking stupid dildo something.
No.
And I'm like, this is not what I typed. And then the worst part is, you guys know, like, I have a difficult name. So when I try to type my name to something or like try to sign into it, it auto corrects my name to something. And it's something different every time. Like, it was like Jamie, John, like.
Definitely got the Nigeria autocorrect a couple times. I was like,
I got Kenya.
Wow.
Africa country. Why?
Lucky bitch. My name is I thought I had like a weird name. I thought like nobody was named what I was named, and I'll never find a human like it.
I
Like
thought
that
the same
little
thing
Epsom
about
kid.
mine.
Same too.
Like the little little Ab City girl. Like, I was like, yo, I feel so bad for all of us. We have terrible goddamn names. Poor kids. Like, what were our parents thinking?
We'll take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll be in our next topic, okay? So see y'all in a bit.
Welcome back, y'all. Our next topic is rage quitting. Just games that we want to just take our controllers or our systems and just throw it out the window. Who wants to start?
That's an understatement, bro. I'd be ready to fist fight my PlayStation, yo. I'd be like, yo, scrap. Come on, stand up, let's do this, because I'm angry. Yeah, man.
I will rage
Okay.
quit on anything.
Anything, yo.
I
I don't
even
play fighting
care.
games for that reason. Like, I've
Oh, but I love
no,
fighting
my
games.
daughter's
But I
godfather,
know
he
I'm gonna
loves
get
them, and I'm
stuck.
telling you, 3 fist fights that I've started in my life were all because we were playing a fighting game. Like, absolutely not. I can't do it, because some of these are super disrespectful, and when someone gets a perfect on you, you're pissed. Like, that's just it.
Yeah.
No, you gotta kill them. That's the only way. You have to kill them.
Yahida, you play shooting games. How do you not want to like fight people off of that too? It's the same thing.
Hell yeah, I want to fight them. But the difference is, usually when I'm playing a fighting game, I'm playing somebody sitting next to me. When I'm playing when I'm playing like a shooting game, this is somebody who is probably on the other side of the United States, because I would suplex them. Like, I can't do it. I get so angry, man. Like, I can't play it. More recently, I've been rage quitting because of Fall Guys.
You know, I've been debating if I want to play that game, because I finally saw I saw a clip of somebody actually playing it, and yeah, they were BS'd out the goal because a log came down and smacked them back down. I'm like, wow, why do I want to play this? Even though I'm gonna get mad and I'm gonna want to chuck something.
The worst part is you can sabotage each other, and I cannot tell you how many times people have gotten me killed because they pulled on my character and held. I'm not the person to play. Like, I love playing video games. I do. I'm a huge fan. Like, I love it. It's a great activity to do. But at the same time, I never thought I could get that angry at something that wasn't real. Okay. Like, okay, so like PlayStation has something called PlayStation Now.
Yeah.
And PlayStation Now is where you can play games from like the PS2, PS3, and like older games. And you just pay this one fee a month or one yearly fee, and you can play all these old games.
Well, do you get can you see what games are in there before you pay it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, cool. I gotta go look at that.
It's great. It's a long list of stuff. They have Crash Bandicoot. They have like the first 2 Saints Rows. Like, they change it up every couple of weeks. But they have my favorite game. One of my favorite games of all time is Warriors. The Gangs of New York. And I love the movie. I loved playing the game when I first played it a long time ago. And for some reason, my special PlayStation will not save my data. So one day I got like halfway through the game because I had nothing to do with my life. I was pregnant and I was bored. So I'm playing this game, and then it says that it saved my data. And I'm like, okay, cool. I'm going to get back on this tomorrow. Bet. I go to bed. I get up the next morning. It saved nothing. And I went through this process at least 6 times, and then I was fucking pissed. I was ready to put my entire fist through my goddamn TV. That was it. And I was like, you know what? I'm never touching this fucking game ever again. That's it. Okay? That's it. Whoever put the save data for this game fucked it up, and I'm ready to send them hate mail. They're getting hate mail. And I was really sitting there Googling who to send the hate mail to.
That bad?
Yes. Yo, I got so far in that game. Like, so the only way I'll be able to beat the game is if I literally play it all in one go. No. And that it's not short. It's not a short game. And it's like an older game, so the mechanics are stupid, and you'll die just because the drop of rain will touch your character. So no.
Yeah,
absolutely not. Hate it.
It's okay, because I hit a point. I have this game that was initially on the PlayStation that I still have, and it still works for my PlayStation 2. I just have to want to fight with my PlayStation 2 since it's so old now for anything to come on so I can play it. So the game is Frogger. Oh, wow. I love that game. I wish they'd remake that game. It's I won't even say childish, because the crap is still hard. It's still hard as crap. And I have yet to finish it to this day. Like I said, years. Over 10 years of playing. I can't save it on my PlayStation 2. So if I'm gonna play Frogger, I have to leave the PlayStation 2 on until I feel like, all right, I quit. I'm just gonna start all the way over from the beginning
Starting over makes me
to where I
aggressive.
finally got. I'm just like, can't. And it's been some years now since I played.
There's that, and then there's Skyrim.
Open world
Skyrim.
games kind of drive me insane.
No, what makes me mad is I was trying to shoot. Well, I was trying to kill this chicken, so I was like aiming my crossbow at it.
Chicken?
And right when I'm like letting go, one of the computers like walked near, and then the entire town started to squat up on me because I accidentally shot him in the foot because his stupid ass walked near the chicken I was trying to kill. And their entire like area, whatever village they live in, will squat up on you. And I hate it. There's that, and I was so angry this one time because there's giants on there, and those asshole giants are huge and they are tough. So like one hit can kill you. I was walking in an open field, right? I was trying to get to like this other, I don't know, cave to go like get treasure. I was on my way there, and I did not pay attention to the giant. I seen it, but I was like, whatever. And I walked past it. And I'm thinking more of like, oh man, I'm about to run into like these huge forest spiders that they have on this game. I hate it. No, I hear boo, 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 boo. I was like, what the hell is that noise? And I turn and I see him like coming towards me. And I'm like, oh shit. And like, I'm trying to run. My character's way slower than this thing. And then he takes his little club and right in the air. And I'm watching my like character go all the way up like a rag doll, and I'm so angry. I like save and quit, bam, right there. And I was like, you know what? I'm not playing this game for a minute. I stopped playing it. I didn't get back on for like 2 months. I'm like, you know what? I don't even understand. I don't remember why I was mad at this game. Let me get back on it. And I saved, and where like the game saved that, it was right before he hit me. So every time I load in, I'm just now getting hit, and I have to watch my character fly. And I was like, you know what? I don't need to play this game. I'm gonna sell it. I'm done.
I hate those games where they rely on like a certain number combo to like proceed or whatever. So I had a Wii, and my brother got me this one of the Naruto games that was on there, and I was on the last part of the story mode before you can unlock like extra characters and stuff. And the story mode required me to do like a 36 hit combo. I kept getting 35, 35, 35. I'm like, why am I missing this 1 point? And so literally, I got so mad, I turned the game off. I just put it to the side. I didn't touch it for 5 years. And then I was like, okay, it's been 5 years. I was like, it's been 5 years. Let me try again. Tried it again. Nope, 35, 35. And so then I was like, fuck it. So I brought it to school. I was like, one of you, I looked at all my friends over there. I was like, one of you, beat this thing for me. And so somebody beat it eventually. But I was like, I couldn't get that 1 point. Like, seriously? That was so stupid.
I've got 2 for recent memory. So the first one is Hollow Knight. Hollow Knight's amazing. It's a pretty game, and I love playing that game so much. I had to rage quit though, because I kept dying. Hollow Knight is beautiful, but it is hard and unforgiving. I kept dying, and I'm on the first area. I haven't gotten past any bosses. I'm getting killed by the little enemies. I'm getting killed by the one big mini boss in the corner. I'm getting killed by falling. I'm like, I am so mad, even though I really kind of love this game. It's been sitting on my Steam page uninstalled for like the past 2 months.
Look, I promise you, when I tell you I will rage quit any and everything for the halfway up for the stupidest reason. We heard me earlier before we started recording. I want to quit this game currently I'm playing, but we're gonna see how much further I get before I do that. I have had games from childhood that I have yet to finish because I got stuck somewhere, and I'm just like,
Yeah.
It could be some years before I touch you again. Because I know I've done it with Mortal Kombat, which is why I can't play 10 or 11 because I still have to finish 9.
You don't have to finish 9.
I will finish 9 before I move on. Okay? And I'm just going to be stuck there. At one point I had a Naruto game for maybe the Wii, maybe the PlayStation 2. I don't remember. Did not get far whatsoever because I was stuck. I do story mode a lot of times. I'm like going online for anything because I don't need nobody else to make me feel worse than me just my button mashing as it is, because I'm a button masher and I won't change.
Agreed.
I'm not going to remember. So I'm stuck in story mode on that. Have not played that since maybe the 2 times when I first got it. Not touched it. I have a Dragon Ball Z game. One of them I actually did finish. I'm proud of that. It took a while, but I'm proud of it. The other one, I haven't finished that yet. And Uncharted. I'm stuck in Uncharted 2. Well, it's one of the Uncharted games because I can't swing from one side to the light post to the other side of the street because I don't know how to do it without falling and dying. And so that's probably 2 years in the making of rage quitting that one. So maybe more. I'm not sure anymore.
So I'm a big Kingdom Hearts fan. Yahida knows this because me and Bruno, that's pretty much all we talk about. So when Kingdom Hearts 3 came out, it didn't come out with its super duper hard mode that they had put in the previous game, which is critical mode. Critical mode will kill you because it is so like you don't get as much health, you don't get as much magic. All the enemies hit like 3 times as hard. You'll die. So I'm playing critical mode when it comes out, and I cannot beat this boss. Her name is Dark Aqua, who's one of the heroes, but she's become evil in this particular area, and I can't beat her. I keep dying, and I have to play a whole new character during this whole fight for the first part. And I couldn't beat her with the new character, Riku, because I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. He has a whole different thing set up. I don't know what I'm doing. I died to her about 7 times before I'm able to finally just cheat enough to finally beat her. And then I get to her and I get to fight with the main character that I control, Sora, another 7 times or like 12. Yeah, it was like 12 times that I died to her with just Sora, so I had to refight with Riku again to beat her to get to Sora. And I'm like, oh, I finally beat her. Then it immediately goes to like 5 cutscenes and then another boss fight where I cannot save. And I fight this evil little dude named Vanitas. And I fight them with Aqua. So I get to fight him with the boss that I just beat. And I don't want to tell you how many times I died to him on critical mode with Aqua. I tried so hard. I definitely rage quitted and did not come back to that game for like 2 months. And then I finally tried it again and I still died like 5-6 times. And I was like, I had to restart from the point where I had to beat Aqua again with Sora and Riku.
Oh, God.
And then, so I could just cheat. So I was like, let me level up my character to, level 70, and hopefully I can beat Vanitas. And then,
that was me with what's the name? I don't play a lot of Kingdom Hearts, but Aaron, my boyfriend, he just happened to have Dream Drop Distance. I was like, okay, let me try Dream Drop Distance, see how that goes. And I keep forgetting what the actual character's name was, but oh damn, what's that? The guy that's on Bald Mountain. I can't think of the character's name. The really dark. Yeah. I got to Bald Mountain, and Aaron has set it up for me. I don't know what I'm doing, so he set it up for me to where I can beat things a little bit easier. And I was like, okay, I'm beat up the Bald Mountain guy, and I kept losing. He'd have like 1 health point left, and then it was just like he hits me with one thing and it just kills me, and I'm like, why? And so I was just like,
so broken.
I kept fighting, I kept fighting, and then I just kept losing, and I literally threw my 3DS across the room, and I just walked out and just screamed, and my boyfriend was like, you want me to get it? I'm like, no, I want to get it. I want to do it.
It'd be like, no, I'm just gonna quit for a couple years and I'll come back to it.
Oh,
I
you
was
guys
like-
don't understand. As soon as I beat Vanitas, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna sit this game down. Another 2 months, didn't come back to it.
Yeah,
and then
so
I got
I
to the
just let
super
him
bosses,
beat
and
it.
I'm like, you know what? I'm good. I beat the game. I got the ending. I could just watch the secret ending online. I don't need to beat these super bosses because I'm at level 99. I got all the best gear. I'm still dying in like 3 hits. Forget this game. I love it, but no.
Yeah.
It's just like, yeah, no, I quit. I will see you in 10 years. And even then, that's still iffy because I am liable to never come back to it because I just know I remember where I was stuck at, and I'm just like,
I've got a rage quit that I didn't rage quit because I couldn't. So Final Fantasy 12, the original version that came out on the PlayStation 2, has a super boss called Tiamat. It is the highest health pool of any boss, period, in Final Fantasy history. On average, it takes people like 3 hours to beat it. I was so mad because everybody kept dying. I didn't have much potions left. I didn't have any down. I'm tired. I'm an hour and a half into this boss fight, and he doesn't even look like he's halfway down. And I'm just like, I want to rage quit this. But if I do, I'm going to have to do this again. I can't do that to myself. This is too long. So I sat there for 4 hours, and I finally beat that son of a bitch.
Yeah.
you was better than me because when you said 3 hours to beat, I'm like, no.
I never picked that game up again after I beat him. I'm like, Final Fantasy 12, you can go die. Fuck you.
I promise you said 3 hours. I'm like, oh, I won't make it an hour.
No,
because I would get so irked and by all of the nerves and anything to want to chuck something for real within the first 30 minutes to an hour. And I'm like, I quit. I get it out my face.
I had a time where when the Final Fantasy 15 came out, I wasn't even playing at one point, but this isn't my rage story, this is my boyfriend's rage story. But Aaron was fighting this like turtle thing, and he just kept losing, and he was like, I can't beat it. And I was like, do you want my help? I was like, I'll help you. And literally we sat there for probably 2 hours straight because it was so hard. We were just like,
Animepodcast is trash.
Hey, hold on. You guys are talking about hard games. Have you ever played Cuphead?
Yes.
I think I might have debated it one day.
Embodied.
I was like, you're finishing this because we tried 2-player mode. I kept getting hit by everything.
I keep dying on the very last part of the last boss, and that makes me really want to just like wall out. And then they have this one thing that you're supposed to do, like you have to play the entire game without like I think getting hit or dying.
Yeah.
I was like, would have never got it.
Hell no.
The love-hate with Cuphead. I love it, but I hate it at the same time.
Never got past the carrot boss. I never got past the carrot boss, and I was like, you know what? I played it with 2 players. I was like, you know what? Fuck you. Cuphead,
the first part is they taunt you. Like when you lose, they have like that little phrase that comes across the screen where it's like, I guess you weren't strong enough. And you just sit there and you're just like, okay, we're
Or like you see your progress bar and it's like the final part of it's here and you're like, right here. And I'm like, damn it.
It's to the point that if I ever see somebody cosplay a Cuphead villain, I'm fist fighting them on sight. Like I'll be throwing hands. I don't care if I don't know you. You remind me of like trauma. All right, PTSD mode. I gotta kill you. Like that's it.
Cuphead is trauma. Beautiful
Trauma.
Beautiful, great music, great everything. But who fuck that game?
Which all of this tells me I should never play Cuphead.
Do not.
I don't even think I'd make it through the first part by
Most
that
of my
logic.
rage quits are super bosses because I'm trying to remember Final Fantasy X, and that was one of the games I wanted to 100% complete. And they had these super bosses in the monster arena where you could basically you have to kill a certain amount of monsters and all of them in each area, and they would combine them to make a super boss. There was a the most infamous monster in all of Final Fantasy, the Tonberry, who just likes to walk up slowly and then stab you and just kills and takes every single hit point that you have. And they had a super Tonberry, and I died real hard. I finally beat it, but then there was this one called the Omega Weapon, and it just
That don't sound like fun.
it wasn't. I killed everybody in one hit. I think I got like 3 hits in on all my characters, and then it just like died. And I was like, you know what? This is just gonna be. I love this game. You're just not gonna get 100% because I can't beat you.
Is it bad?
You know what's funny? I don't like first person games, right?
Same.
Yeah.
The one time I tried, I was playing Call of Duty. I was legit rage quitting on just getting off of the crappy boat, or no, I was hopping from something to something, and it was storming out, and I was on water. I didn't even make it onto the next part because I kept dying in the water, and I'm just like, all right, I quit. I didn't go back. And the next time I tried to play the game again, I assumed my cousin was playing it at the same time, like playing also. So I just continued where she was, and I'm just like, because I was never going to make it. I was just like, yeah, I had quit at that point. I'm like, yeah, that's it for me.
Yeah, that
It's
was
not
me
for me.
in Splatoon when we first started. Because they don't tell you, but when you first start, you kind of get people around the same level. But after you played like at least 2 or 3 rounds, you'll be like, I'm level 9. Here's a level 40. What the hell? And so like the level 40 people would be like you'll be on one part of the screen, they'll be like bat 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 bat. I'm like, how are you doing that so fast? And I kept dying. I couldn't play the game for like 2 days. I was just like, no. I ain't dying.
Alexis, do you guys remember Willie from school?
Yeah.
Do you remember that time he brought in that compilation video he did of beating the hardest levels on Rayman Legends?
Yes, I remember.
I rage quit that game before I ever touched it because of that. I'm like, what is he doing? Rayman Legends, or just Rayman, whatever he was playing, there's this super run level that you have to go through where you have to follow the beat, but the screen kept changing it. Like, it went from one screen to pixels to like completely blurry to like 5-10 screens.
Yeah.
And flipping upside down, and he's just going through it. And he just has a video of it. I'm like, how did you
I would have
quit?
would have never played. Like, and I'm all up for trying something that's not first person shooters.
Rayman
or first person.
One of my favorite childhood games, but no, I was like, bro, I can't play.
But I'm like, once the screen goes blurred upside down, I'm like, nope. I'm done.
You said to a beat. So I was just like, what?
To a beat of a rock song, but they're doing it in the Rayman sound. So I'm like, and it's a fun beat. It's even a fun sequence to look at, not to play. I was
like, that's my thing. Was you lost me when you said to a beat? I'm like, oh no, I'm out, because especially if it's the first time playing it, I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing. That's immediate death within the first 2 seconds of starting. I'm like, yeah, I'm not gonna make it. Nope. I quit.
I couldn't do it. I was like, I am. Good job, Willie. You stay over there.
I know, right, Rayman?
Like, you can have it.
There.
Oh no, I've done some rage quitting though when I played our friends in fighting games up there, because I love fighting games. I suck at them, but I love them.
Right.
Same. See, that's the thing, because I don't even rage quit if I'm playing with other people on a fighting game. It's never that. It's when I'm in story mode playing something by myself, because I don't do anything online. And if I'm going to play something, I'd rather be right there with the person who's going to play with me.
Right.
But then, like I said, because I'm a button masher, I ain't even mad, because I'm going to lose anyway. Well, I might get lucky. I might not. Who knows? Regardless, I'm about to lose because I'm not about to learn these buttons like that.
I refuse to play our friend Ryan in Soul Calibur because he knows how to play Ivy, and I mean he knows how to play Ivy and knows how to do her extremely long, very complicated nail breaking combo.
Yeah.
And he did that to me.
Nasty.
And then he beat me, and then he started to, like a true dick, hit me while I'm down. And I'm like, Ryan, I'm never playing this game with you ever again.
I know somebody named Devin,
Soul Calibur.
a friend of Yasha's named Devin. He's the same way. He's a fighting game person. He will learn any and everything for any fighting game. I'm just like, could never play against you.
My daughter's godfather's the same way. He's like, who wants it? Who's ready for their own funeral in Tekken? And I'm like, nope. I already know I'm an angry person.
Okay, one time, y'all remember Joe, right? From the balcony. Nope. So, okay, I was like casually playing Smash Bros with him, and he kept beating me. I always play with Kirby. I'm like, Kirby is my main. I don't care what. And so I was like, you know what? Let me try one more time. And friggin' like that again, his rage story, but it was just so hilarious. So we got to a point like where our health bars were like over the top, where pretty much if anybody hits anybody, they'll go flying off the screen. And he kept hitting me with this I don't remember which character he had, but there was one that could shoot like icicles at people. Literally he would shoot me with an icicle, and I'm like, you know what? So I ran up to him with Kirby's hammer, and I hit him, but for some reason it knocked us both back. But we knocked back at the same time off the screen, but he died first, and I was like, yeah. And he like threw the controllers on the ground. He walked off the balcony for a second. I was like, yeah, I did that.
Look, me and Smash don't get along because I throw myself off the platform every time. I'm just like, that's my rage quit story. I will never play Smash ever again because of it. Because like I said,
I can't stand it.
I know me. I will find a way to throw myself off of a platform, even if it's not supposed to be open platform. I find a way, and it's automatically, I'm angry, get me out. I don't want to play no more.
I've got
one. It's gonna keep happening.
School. So we had it was the end of the school year, and the anime club I was in high school, we had just a fun day at the end of the school year where everyone brought their game systems. My friend Alex was a huge fighting game dude, and he used to play Soul Calibur 3 a lot. I think Soul Calibur 3 had just came out at that time. My other friend Akira, she didn't play fighting games. She was a button masher. So she and him decide to have a match, and he's playing Cervantes from Soul Calibur 3. She's playing Setsuka, and he is beating her down. Then he goes in for Cervantes. Basically, it's his drill move where he kind of just like drills forward and spins. Mm-hmm. She just does the unthinkable and sidesteps him, and he flies off the stage.
That would have been me.
In KOs. But the funniest thing ever was, first we were all laughing because he just flew off the stage. We started to die because then it did the replay where it shows the last little bit of the fight. So you see her sidestep, but the camera angles change. You are behind Cervantes. So you see him spin forward, her sidestep, him fly off the stage, and then Cervantes' character kind of holds in the air like a cartoon for like 3 seconds.
No.
And then drops. We all died. The teacher, Mr. Thomas, who's there with us, who runs the anime club, is over here hollering because it's the funniest thing ever. And Alex throws his controller down. He's pissed. We're all over there congratulating Akira because she's like, you did it! And it was the funniest rage quit I've ever seen. I was like, that is pure comeuppance, and I loved it.
Another rage like game for me would be Dead by Daylight, yo. Like, oh my god, because
it's so good.
Look, and Dead by Daylight's one of those games where you cannot carry the team. It is literally teamwork. And if you don't have friends that also play that game, that's your ass. Because you could sit here and you could be doing gens or distract the killer the entire time, and then something that someone else does or does not do gets you killed. I've gotten to the point where I had to do all 5 of the little generators by myself, and then I was in the process of like opening one of the doors. Then like the killer, I started hearing the heartbeat because he was coming my way. So I'm like trying to like run and maneuver. I'm breaking his ankles for a solid 5 minutes, which is like a good long amount of time on that game. And then I die. I die because that was my first hook. I'm on the hook. All 3 of the people who've done nothing the entire game but get caught by the killer, no gens, no nothing, because again, I did all 5 of these gens by myself because they were playing. Mm-hmm. They all escaped.
And left you there to die. I would have blocked every single one.
Right.
So I reported all 3 of them, bro. I was petty, yo. I reported the hell out of them. I was so angry. And I've had it like a couple of times. That's happened to me a lot. But a couple of times I'm like getting everything done, and you know, it'll be one of those matches where like I guess the killer's not at his TV. So, you know, we're getting all the gens done and getting as many points as we can. And then it happens. The killer magically gets up at the last couple of seconds of the match. And then he has like this thing that can down you in 1 hit instead of like the 2-3 hits it takes. And we all died on hook. Even though the gates were open, the gens were powered, all we had to do was escape. And I died because I went to go save a random. And I didn't know that the killer like had all his like stats and everything. Like I didn't know he had NOED, which is that thing that downs you really quickly. I hate it, y'all. And then there's a couple of times where like they have this hatch option, like in case all of your teammates die. So you can escape through like this like little side door, pretty much. And the killers can close it. So a couple of times I've seen it and I'm like, okay, yes, I'm going to make it. I'm going to live. All my teammates died, but I'm going to live. I'm running. And then I see the killer walk up and just boom, and he closes it.
He's like, ah!
I honestly hate it. I hate it here. Never again.
All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, that is it for our Rage Quits. And so we'll be back in just a few minutes to talk about what games we're playing right now and why we love those particular games right now. So we'll see you back in a bit.
We're back. Welcome. Okay. So our next segment is Fandom Case of Emotion, I believe is what it's called. Mm-hmm. Did I get it right? I got it right? All right, cool. And we're just going to focus on games we're playing currently. So, who wants to go?
I got you. I'm ready to complain. I am making the brave mistake of trying to get a platinum on an online multiplayer game. The problem with this is if somebody disconnects in the middle of me murdering them on Dead by Daylight, I don't get my trophy.
Ooh. Dang.
Yeah, and then like you have to like work really hard to get these blood points, then go to the little blood web, then the blood web's like randomized, and then you have to get like this very special like little sacrifice thing just so that way you're able to like do the thing, like kill people to get the trophy. I have done like at least 40 matches, and every time somebody disconnects and I don't get my goddamn trophy and I have to spend more money. I hate it. I hate it so goddamn much. I've been trying to get this goddamn platinum for like 2 years. Okay. Yes, 2 years off one platinum, bro. It's nothing compared to like my daughter's godfather. He's been trying to get a platinum from this one game for 10 years. And he finally got it like 3-4 months ago. And it's this guy he's not even friends with no more. He unblocked the dude on PlayStation just to like hit him up and be like, yeah, who got it now, bitch? And then blocked him again. I was like, how do you know he got it? He was like, because he responded. And I was like, I hate you. But like I'm trying to get a platinum for like an online game now. Dead by Daylight's evil. I hate it. I hate it so much, but it's such a goddamn fun game, and it's terrifying. It really is. So I've been on Dead by Daylight. I've been on World War II because I love pain. Okay, playing any COD is painful because you always have those kids who stay at home 24/7, and especially during the summer, and their parents don't watch them or care. They're up to like 5 a.m. and they're really, really good at the game because they don't have work or a child or whatever the hell, and they murder you. I got sniped from across a map.
Oh.
And the worst part is it will show you your death. It will show you how this person killed you. He couldn't even see me. I could tell he couldn't see me because it showed me his screen. And look, I reported him because I'm petty.
He probably was also using like a mod or something.
No, because it's on a PlayStation. So PlayStation, you can only use mods on certain games, like on what is it called? Skyrim. But it'll like disable trophies or whatever. Either way, I've been on like rotation with Fall Guys because I hate myself, COD because I like pain, trying to get this like my 4th plat on Dead by Daylight because I have problems. What is it? Oh my god, no, not Castle Crashers because I already beat Castle Crashers.
That was a fun game.
I still didn't finish. I want to finish it, but I'm still angry at the game. Trover Saves the Universe on VR. I have the VR headset at my house, which, you know, if you guys ever want to play, you know, like Nyera, Elexus, Kai, if you guys ever want to play VR, hit me up, let me know. Because it sucks. I hate it. Because it looks too real and I'm too scared to jump off of things. But playing that game, they set you up. Like, they told you to kill this, like, monster, but you can't kill the guy's pet. And the pet was the monster, so you wind up killing his pet anyway, and he cries the entire time, and you can hear him multiple times throughout that level crying, and then they set you up to do the exact same thing on the next world, and he's like, you're a fucking monster, man. And I'm like, not only that, they made you choose between these 2 guys to kill, and you could either kill the guy who's like eating pregnant women in the same game. Yeah, I'm not playing with you. Or some other shit, or like kill this other guy, and the guy who's like in there eating pregnant women, he's like on a cliff, and you push the cliff off and you kill him. And so I pushed the guy off because I'm like, oh my god, he's killing pregnant women. The other guy that you had the choice to kill walks up and he's like, yeah, so he goes, oh, sweet, so you killed that guy for me, thanks. He goes, I'm gonna go back to my house where, you know, I have like 20 pregnant girlfriends. And as it turns out, the 20 pregnant girlfriends were in the house. So you killed his 20 pregnant girlfriends, their babies, and the dude.
Wow.
Bro, it's a setup. Like, that game's it's evil. Oh, and then the worst part is, like, you get called a murderer like 80 times in the beginning of the game. Like, it's terrible because you feel bad about they make sure you feel bad about those decisions. They're like the same people who made Rick and Morty, and I hate them. I hate them, yo. I hate them. I'm telling y'all, yo, they set me up. And then Bruno is like the worst. So he told a couple of my other friends what happened and how I killed pregnant people and stuff like that on the game. And so every time they saw me for like a week, they were like, you murderer, you killed his only friend. He had a pet. You killed that other guy's pregnant wives. What type of person are you? Like? And I'm sitting there feeling guilty because at this time, I'm pregnant.
Ooh,
so, yo, that game is evil, bro. I swear to God. And I've like off and on play the game, but they make you feel so guilty. It's hard. Oh my God. Yeah. So.
Okay. Well, I guess I'll go since I'm fairly short, and I feel like Nyera's gonna have a lot. Cause I don't play a lot of games. Like I really don't. Cause I will quit, and it'll be some years before I go back. But currently,
your Sims.
Hey, I haven't been on in a while because my computer can't handle all of my CC that I refuse to not have when I play. So working on getting a new computer for that. This is going to be for Sims. That's it. And it's gonna be me, my sisters, all on one desktop using the same thing. I'm like, it's fine. Because at that point, all I have to do is update what needs to update once and not 3 times. That's a lot of work. But currently, well, not currently, because at some point I've never played a Crash Bandicoot game. And I recently, within the last couple of months, got the trilogy series they came out with for PlayStation 4, I think.
You do.
I got it. I'm working my way through that slowly but surely. I have been stuck on the first island of the first game in one part. I'm still on that dang island, if we're being honest. But I've gotten further on the island. Finally got through that a couple months ago. I'm like, yay! Stuck on the second game. Can't start the third game because I got stuck on the first game and went to the second game because I was stuck. And I was like, all right, I can't do the third one. And I want the fourth game, but I got to finish those 3. Now, currently, SpongeBob Rehydrated. And it's taking over my week because I just got it. Because I never finished the SpongeBob movie game because I got stuck in Shell City.
She's playing it during our break, y'all.
Yeah. I really am, because right now I'm in the kelp forest and they're making me throw missiles to hit buttons so I can progress forward in the stage. But the missiles are inverted controls, so I can't. To go right, I gotta go left. To go left, I gotta go right. Up and down is opposite, and I'm like, this is booty. And it's only the missile it's made out of a bubble, so it's only there for 7 seconds. And as soon as it hits something, poof, and I'm like, dang it. So it's legit took me maybe 20 tries to get through one part. And now I'm seeing I'm gonna have to do it the entire crapping stage, and I'm like, I'm about to quit. It's about to be a whole nother Shell City situation for me, because I'm pissed, and I have not touched the SpongeBob the movie game in some years because it's on my PlayStation 2, and I don't want to fight with my PlayStation 2.
Untangling those cords, bitch. I don't blame you.
My PlayStation 2 sits
It's
in
not
my
even because it's tangled.
drawer.
It's because it's so old, and I'm just like, yeah. Getting to the
wanna
load
play my,
screen is so much work.
Sonic Battle Adventure 2, Adventure 2 Battle, excuse me, with the Chow Garden, because like I was in love with the Chow Garden, and they made the mistake of putting that on PlayStation Now, and I'm like, do I want to lose a week of my life?
Yes.
Yes.
Do it.
Guys, I have a child while you
I forgot all about it more. Like, girl, woohoo, what?
Hey, look.
You like, girl, you gonna learn about Sonic today?
I feel like she's gonna be a heavy video game player because between me and her idiot father, we're both like always on the game. Well, not me anymore because I'm dealing with other stuff that I want to do. But when I in my free time, I'm on the game, so I can already picture it. And he gives her this little controller, this little wireless GameCube controller, and she's just so cute because she's like so cute, so cute. My God.
We're trying
Oh,
to.
and I'm beating Doom.
Ooh,
Like
2016 or Doom 2 or Doom Eternal?
Doom Eternal.
Yeah.
If you
I'm sorry.
want to borrow it after, you could just Yamame and I'll.
I don't know
send it
how to
over.
play FPSs, but I love that game and all the music and everything else with it because it's just so cool.
Oh my God, it looks so great. Like I can't hate. Like it looks like you're in hell, but
You're on Earth, but it's been taken over by hell. I love that. Someone made
it's a lot of our destinations
music
anyway.
is actually what plays in Doom Guy's helmet. Like this is what's playing every time he shoots things. I was like, yeah. But no, my PlayStation sits in my box. I haven't turned it on in like I want to say 2 years, but I need to.
Same.
It still has some good games on there, and I want to finish Ratchet and Clank, the first one. I love that game. I just need to probably buy it on PS4 to see if it's on there. But I
need you to just take an L, bro. I need you to take an L, get a TV, so you can hurry up and die with me on Death by Doom.
I'm not. But
be like, I would attempt to play that with you, but I know me, I won't.
I mean, I'm also playing Minecraft lately, because all the new updates are so goddamn cool, but so deadly. God damn. Like, all the enemies just squat up on you at once. And they made the nether worse than what it already was. Like, either way. Okay, I've been like dipping my toe in a lot of games. All right, I'm a game whore. Like, ooh, and I rarely finish them. I do. I rarely.
So what I've been playing, uh, I've been playing 2 Steam games and a PlayStation 4 game. So I just finished up Final Fantasy VII remake.
Yay.
I'm so it was super good, y'all. And the thing is, I'm not the biggest Final Fantasy VII fan. I didn't play it when I was a kid. We didn't have a PlayStation 1, so I didn't play it. Um, it was one of those games that was so overhyped as I hated it. That was me. And the first Final Fantasy game I played was 10, and 10's my favorite game to this day. I'll fight anyone. But I decided, you know what? I have nothing to do this quarantine, and I've finished most of my other games, so let me play 7. And
I can't play Final Fantasy, bro.
I love RPGs. Most of the games
It's
I've been
not
playing are
that.
single player.
It's not that. My first boyfriend ever, the one that cheated on me, he was Japanese and he loved Final Fantasy. Like his room was just Final Fantasy all over, and he had like all these games. And then I was like, my brain associates his cheating ass with Final Fantasy
I'm so
every
sorry.
time.
That
Yo,
man,
like I have not touched the game ever since. I was like, man, fuck him, fuck Final Fantasy, and fuck anybody that enjoys it. Like, and then like it hurts because like my brain I'll be like, oh wow, a new Final Fantasy game. Look at these graphics, and then my brain is like, fuck you, Yosuke. I hope he sees this. Fuck you.
But so the other 2 games I've been playing on my computer are Hades and Darkest Dungeon. So Hades first because it's shorter. Hades is kind of a procedural thing. You play as Zagreus. He's basically the son of Hades of hell, and he's trying to basically battle his way out of hell to go find his mom, Persephone. So you meet all. So the art for it is absolutely amazing. All the gods are like people of color. Like the graphics are
Good way to start.
amazing. The gameplay is super fun. You get your first weapons is like 4 different weapons, and each of them play differently, and they all have different styles. And the dialogue, just from the beta, is they have like 17,000 voice lines, and that's just the beta. They haven't even finished putting out the full game yet, which I believe gets put out next month fully, and they'll have all the stuff in there. But they just put an update out, and it's so good. The only thing is, you're going to die, and so you have to contend with. I have to start this whole run all over again. But you
Oh no.
learn. It's one of those games where you die, but you're gonna learn from the last run that you did. Like, okay, let me do this, let me do that, all that stuff. But Hades is super
Unless
good.
you're me.
If you guys,
At least it's not like fucking Bloodborne, bro.
it's not Bloodborne. Bloodborne is a whole
Evil.
evil, but it's the best. I love Bloodborne.
I never finished it. I gotta go back and play it.
It's so good, and the DLC is also super duper hard. So if you didn't like Bloodborne, the base game, don't play the DLC, even though it's just as good.
Noted.
But
Because when that nigga got out of that, oh, excuse my language. When that dude got out of that wheelchair and he got up, I was like, he can walk?
oh yeah,
What type of M. Night Shyamalan? I was,
the DLC does so much better. You get to meet his protege, and she's the baddest of bitches. I love her. But
bro.
so the other last game I'm playing is Darkest Dungeon. I love this game because it is a game where I have to just sit down. I have to just kind of concentrate, and I get to micromanage. It's a dungeon crawler, so basically you get to set up a team of 4. You have to contend with the dungeon, basically making them crazy because there's nothing but eldritch horrors and skeletons and vampires and aliens all up in this. It is definitely some M. Night and not M. Night, H.P. Lovecraft inspired stuff. And it's great. and it is the only game that I have so many mods. I have color palette mods. I've got some gameplay things where I can fix some
Bro, I
characters.
don't mess with mods.
I
I don't
love
mess
it
with mods.
for this game. And then I've got
Except Alexis's mods.
I think I have 10 character mods where I can get additional characters that people have created in the workshop. And some of them are like genius. There's this one that's called the Mambo. And it's this lady who's based off of the voodoo priestess from Louisiana. And so you do all these super cool things with her. There's all the characters are super fun and interesting. The gameplay is super fun, at least to me. If you like to micromanage teams and like just make sure that okay, you're not going crazy. Do you like to have sex? I'm gonna go throw you in the brothel. You can't stay there too long because you might catch something. Or okay, you like to.
You know what? Stop.
You
Stop.
like to meditate.
No.
No. You have to meditate. You can meditate too much, and now you have a disability where you're too calm during battle, so all your attacks are weak. I love this game.
Stop. No. This is like that game is like life and anxiety. Okay.
Exactly. That's the whole point of it, and I love it.
No. Absolutely not. No, I can't.
Don't worry, y'all have to play it. But Darkest Dungeon is my favorite game that's on my computer right now. If you like micromanaging, go play it. But Kai, what's up with you right now?
Not much gaming wise. I'm probably the most boring person right now. But I've been playing Human Fall Flat with my boyfriend. It's a multiplayer physics game. So mainly I'll just say it's more of like a climbing game where you have to climb to certain spots to progress into like different levels and stuff. And I've beaten it like 3 times, and then every once in a while they come out with a new stage. And it's free to download and everything, except for certain stages. But they give you free stages like I'd say once every couple of months or so they have some sort of new stage. So the latest stage, it's 3 different. It's like a factory, but they have like 3 different sections where you're basically creating part of the there's a lever that you have to make, and you have to climb like over hills, and I'll just like over the hill, through the woods, in the fire to make this lever, and you have to like go get part of the lever, bring it back, go get a different part and bring it back. And so me and my boyfriend, we were just having fun. I'd be like, okay, you go to this section, I'll go to this section. So we just bring it all together, and then, you make the lever and move on and things like that. It's really fun, especially when you have more people, because a lot of people, they try to see how fast they can get through the level. And it's funny because that game glitches so bad. Like, you be on top of, like, I don't know, we'll say like a rolling ball, then all of a sudden your character will just fly. And you can also do things like climb under the stage, so you can skip like a good portion of all that climbing and stuff. But yeah, I like it because you can get really creative with every time you do the level over again. Like, trust me, there was one time I literally climbed at the top of the stage the whole time. I'm like, I'm skipping all of this. I'll keep going. But yeah, and so then the other game I've been playing is Animal Crossing. I know it's boring, but I like it because it's my own little island that I made myself. And
Kyle,
yeah,
talking about micromanaging people in dungeons. Animal Crossing is way happier than mine. Great.
Wait, hold on. Look, I killed pregnant people, okay? This is not a competition, but I take the cake, bro. No, like, that game really, I'm telling you guys, like, play it. Oh my God. Or whenever it is you come over my house, play the game. Play the game. Bro, like, we'll hook up the VR for you. Play it. It's terrible. It's terrifying.
Back to Animal Crossing.
But yeah, I mean, I'm not doing too much in Animal Crossing. Like, I made my island the way it is. The only hard part is terraforming, cause you make your own cliffs, right? But they don't let you go like past level 3, and so you can make lakes and all types of stuff. But I mean, I've literally taken down my island and put it back together like 10 times already. But it's just
That's
the
my
fact
business.
that I want stuff that's like up high, but I can't go up there because they're like it's too high, you'll fall down. I'm like, have you not met people that climbed like Mount Everest?
It's like I
Or
can go
the
up there.
Yeah,
Let me
I
That's
can
do
like
go
the
up
it.
there,
cutest little
but
business game I've ever seen in my life.
Hmm?
Like that's what it is. It's a cute little business game because that little raccoon dude be putting people in debt.
he
He's
does.
he's evil, yo. Like
He's evil, but then when you pay him off, he'll be like, okay, I'll kind of back off. But I don't know.
then put
Like
you
I
in
said,
more debt.
once you get past the point where you don't have to pay for your house anymore, you don't really care about him as much as anymore. It's like, yeah, I'll make a bridge later. I think the only thing I hate about um now they had an inflation. They actually had an inflation in the game, so you can't make money as fast as you used to. Trust me, people were as soon as because this was my first Animal Crossing game ever. I never played any of the older ones. The only thing I played was the mobile game, but I had to stop it because it was taken on my phone. So then I was like, let me play the real one. And like I said, the day I played, they were like, you can time travel. I was like, time travel? I stayed up 3 days straight, just time traveling, getting everything I wanted to, and then I got everything, and I was like, okay. And then I was just about ready to go make bank, and then they're like, yeah, so we're having an inflation, so stuff that was like $1,000 is probably like 700 or something now, and I'm just like, bye. This hurts, but okay. So
Kat sounds
yeah,
so cute. Like she's a cute person. She only plays cute games. I'm
I
playing shit
don't
like
game though.
Doom. Like
My boyfriend
I'm
games
not
more
much of
than
a
but
I
what
gamer
the
do.
games you do
either.
play match how cute you are as a person. Like you remind me of strawberry shortcake, okay? I have to remember that you're also like evil on the inside like me. Yeah,
I'm more evil in fighting games, mainly because I don't
I'm talking
want.
about as
I
a
want
person, Kai. Like you're
to.
cake on the outside and then you're wasabi on the inside. You are wasabi and hot sauce. Like
Fighting games, you're supposed to be evil on the inside. That's the whole point. You're supposed to wreck the person so they never pick up a controller again. That's why I
no.
can't play
Or
online.
you
I'm
could
very
just be
mean.
me. Like, I love Mortal Kombat. If I'm gonna choose a fighting game, it's gonna be Mortal Kombat. And it's really because I love
I
fatalities,
know. I stopped
but
Yes,
playing
I
once
can
they
never
got rid of
do them when I
Shiva.
want to do
Once they
them.
got rid of Shiva, I didn't want to play anymore because
you know
Shiva
that
and Baraka were the people.
you
Well,
know
they brought her
Shiva and
back in what,
Baraka back in
11?
Mortal Kombat 11, and Shiva is the thickest of Bay. I love her. She's so
Mm-hmm.
fine
And
and
I'm
so
so
pretty.
happy they brought Baraka back. And I don't even, my favorite character is Noob.
Oh,
And
really?
yes, and it's just because it's all black, but his fatality in
No.
9 was beautiful.
Oh, the what is it called? The
That
wishbone.
wish, yes, I love it. I love
The
every
baby
part of
fatalities
it.
are hilarious.
They are, but wishbone was the worst fatality I have ever seen.
I loved every minute of it.
I want them to bring back Quan Chi's fatality. Well, Quan Chi's dead, but I want them to bring back his fatality where he like ripped off a person's leg and then beats him to death with it. I just thought it was funny.
Listen, here's my thing, because I hate Sonya to this day. I can't tell you why. I just hate her. But
She's basic.
in 9, it could be, I don't know. In 9, her fatality is nice too. Because it reminds me of noobs. And I'm just like, I would give
I
her
can't look at
that.
her the same. Watching Dashi, you know the YouTuber Dashi, he used to do skits with Mortal Kombat characters, and
Yeah.
he'd be like, "Sonya will put it on ya," and that's all I.
Like,
That's all I think about now. I'm like, oh
Baraka,
my
you and me been
god,
homies since Mortal Kombat 2.
exactly. You really gonna do rock that? I'm like, oh my god,
Mm-hmm.
Wait,
I
who was
can't.
the
Dashi.
who was
Mm-mm.
Smoke always trying to yell for in
I
Dashi's
have no
face?
idea.
He's like, no, wait, it's not Melina. It was like someone.
I'm not a
Dashi
Mortal
was too
Kombat
funny. He needs to be
person.
put down, bro. He's funny. Like I couldn't. I can't stand him because you guys know he fits a bracket of things that are sexy to Yahida, okay? You can't be Spanish, playing video games, and somewhat like anime. That is just like you are.
Y'all can't be watching like the YouTubers that I watch, at least when it comes to video games, because their humor is so crude and dirty. And I'm like, y'all was like, y'all, you listen to this? I'm like, yes. Borderline,
All
like
minds are dirty.
they're borderline
my
terrible.
YouTubers.
I love them. But like Wooly and Matt and Pat, and I'm like, you guys are terrible people.
I think Try Guys is like they're at my top right now. Them and Pero Like and Dashi, they're like the top of my YouTube thing. Every day, all day. I am a sucker. Whatever video they make, I'm clicking on. I don't care if I hate it.
The thing I like
I'm
about
clicking on it.
Mortal Kombat, though, at least right now, are the intros, because they just add so much story to like a game that has good story. Like this is the best. Like Mortal Kombat is the only fighting game that has a decently good story, other than Injustice. And then Injustice can do it because they're comic book characters, so you can get a comic book writer who can do it good. And Mortal Kombat's like, nah, we got to figure something out. And I'm like, y'all wrote a really good fighting game, way better than everyone
Well, you
else's.
know, at the same time, isn't it the same company who's made both games so far?
Exactly. Which I feel like
And I'm just like all of it, every single part.
And then Sindel
know what?
comes back, and Sindel looks great. And she's just like, everyone hates Sindel in Mortal Kombat 11. I'm like, why do you hate her? So she was like a good mom in the other one, but like now she's like, look, I just wanted, like, my husband was trash, so you know what? I got rid of him and I got a new man. And you know what? That came with money and power. Why are you mad at that? I'm like, I'm not. I respect it. Good job. You didn't have to kill him, but you know, it's Mortal Kombat.
Sometimes, nah. Like I said, I can see why people like kill their exes. All right, they've seen you naked. They know a lot of your personal information. Some of them even know your bank account like statements. They gotta die. You can't let them live. You can't let them live.
He's trash. I can't let you live, man.
You've seen my butthole. You
my
can't
new
live.
Like,
You know
yeah,
what color
you
my
can't.
tint is. You can't live.
Sindel is great. I love her. I don't care what people say. But is there
Like I
anything
said.
you ladies are excited about that's coming out before we end the podcast? Because I'm excited about Resident Evil 8. It looks like Bloodborne with Resident Evil and zombies.
Crash Bandicoot. I'm excited, even though I'm nowhere near catching up anytime soon. But I'm gonna get it. I'm getting.
I heard they
game.
might be releasing a Scott Pilgrim. Like it's speculation, but if they do,
I would love for them to re-release the Scott Pilgrim game. It was so good, and then they took it out because licensing. Like that's so stupid.
Oh, dang.
yeah, it's depressing. But I hope they do. I hope they bring it back because I'm hearing like a lot of my like friends and my boyfriend bitch about it like 24/7. That and I think that's it. What I really want is more Big Mouth and Rick and Morty, and I know those aren't games, but like that's just what I'm looking forward to in life. You know, I their humor like gives me life. Okay.
I am looking forward to the second half of season 6 of Lucifer. Yahida, you and me have to sit down and watch it because Lucifer is great.
I'm waiting on Black Lightning whenever that comes out again.
Y'all, I'm
Catch
so
up with us last.
behind.
It's on Netflix. I gotta catch that last season.
Like I'm on season 2 of Black Lightning, and I ain't even got there yet.
Oh, I love
No,
these.
I'm behind.
These like binge worthy like shows. I love them. I introduced somebody, my coworker, to Big Mouth, and she goes, like she just looked it up while she was in front of me at work, and she's like, the names of these episodes. I think the third episode was like, am I gay? And she was just like, yeah, yo, like I love it. I love it. As far as like
Question is
gaming,
she
I don't
gonna
really
make
have
it past
anything I'm
the
looking
first
forward
episode?
to. I right now I want to like lose my life with Sims, but I'm like I'm technically already doing Sims things in real life. I have sex. I risk my pregnancies every time I have sex. I have a child who speaks what is essentially Simlish because she doesn't speak English yet. I want to fist fight people, and I walk into rooms and forget what I'm doing, so it's like deleting an action. I don't know, like.
Kai, anything you're excited about right now?
I haven't really been paying attention to video game news, so not
I don't pay attention to video game news. I just know I've seen Crash Bandicoot pop up, and I know I've seen the trailer, and I'm like, yep, I'm getting it.
I'm too
That's gonna
addicted to
happen.
video games, so I know everything. But that is the end of our podcast, ladies and gents. Thank you for taking the time and having another cup of tea with us. You can find our episodes on YouTube. We upload twice a week. Just go to our channel, leave a like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. If you guys would like to hear us in audio format because you just can't watch the video at the time, we are on Apple, Google Play, Stitcher, Spotify, and anywhere you listen to podcasts. Check us out on our Facebook, our Instagram, and our Twitters, both individual and for the channel. Don't forget to also check out Kai's voice acting. Do you have a Fiverr or Mixer?
I have a Fiverr, but I haven't uploaded anything. But I will, y'all. I will.
Or put in the comments that you want her to drop a mixtape because you want to see like somebody with a cute voice spit bars like.
And don't forget to check out Yahida's Pure Love hair oil, both her Etsy page and her Instagram.
Get some inches, bro. Get some inches.
If you need that hair oil, you need some inches. She's your hookup.
Yep.
You gotta grow back that receding hairline, some baby hairs that fell off.
Get back your edges, ladies and gentlemen. Get back your edges. But I've been your mediator, Senpai Nyera.
Lovely Senpai Kai.
Chill Senpai Elexus.
I've been the exhausted, beautiful demon, Yahida.
And this has been Sip Tea with Senpais. We will see you guys next time.
Bye-bye.
Bye.